Very good. All right, so I see some faces that I haven't seen in a while and that I missed so much. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I see some brand new faces too. So hello to all of you. I'm going to do a really brief introduction and then I'm going to get into our talk for tonight. I'm also going to share some resources with you. After the fact, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly or anyone who invited you to this class as well. I'm sure that they can help to answer your questions too. My name is Sarah Paul, and I have been a member of Young Living for 3 years. I just celebrated my 3-year anniversary with the company, and I am just thrilled to be able to have Zoom during this time to be able to connect with all of you. I started using, sorry, I'm going through and muting some people. I started using Young Living because at the time, my goodness, 3 years ago, my son was so little. I'm like going through a thing right now because he is little, but he's big, and it's a thing right now. And I love it because he's doing so well, but he still wants me to hold him. He is 4 now. And at the time that I started using Young Living, he was just over the age of 1. He was having a lot of upper respiratory issues, the last of which, about that time, he had an allergic reaction to penicillin that put us in the hospital for observation for anaphylaxis. And that was just like the last straw for me. Up until that point, I'd been looking for natural alternatives to, for him specifically for upper respiratory support, and for myself for sleep, and myself for help with anxiety and also depression. And that was just the event that night in the hospital room that catapulted me. That was like, you have to do something different. So I did. And I reached out to my girlfriend. Some of you may know her. Her name is Sarah Miller Stutzman. She's amazing. She is owner of Well Folk Revival. I highly recommend that you look her up. She has a website that is beautiful, and she has a gorgeous story. She was a friend of mine from teaching. We both taught together in the public school system. That's how I know some of you who are on here too. And yeah, I got an oils kit. I had no idea how to use it. I thought that I lit a diffuser on fire and burned oils in my house. So when I got it, I was politely surprised that I just had to put some water in and a couple drops of oil. And things started to change for us. And it wasn't just the oils. Oils are one layer to the wellness that really changed us. Diet was a big deal for us too. And chemicals that we were using in our home, my cleaning products, that was a huge game changer for his upper respiratory health. And honestly, in a couple of weeks, I noticed a difference within the way that I was sleeping, the way that he was sleeping. Yeah, and I don't know, I quit my teaching job and I just wanted to share with everybody. So thank you for being here so that I can share with you. And I will talk to you more about CBD and how I got started with that and how it became something that I really wanted to learn more about. The reason being is because I just told you that I suffer with anxiety, specifically social anxiety. People never believe me when I say that, but I swear it's true. And I don't know, CBD has been like another layer. So I consider CBD not an essential oil. It is, you know, a class within its own. And I'm going to talk to you about why. I'm going to give you the explanation that I have studied on to try to be able to explain the way CBD works in a way that you can understand it. Because for years I heard about it and I didn't get it. I was like, okay, CBD, let me see. Okay, in this pamphlet that I'm going to give you, it says CBD does things like this. It can help with your appetite. It can help with digestion, immune function, inflammation, neuroinflammation, mood, energy regulation, sleep, reproduction, fertility, motor control, temperature regulation, memory, pain, and your pleasure reward system. I was like, yeah, right. There's something that can help with all that stuff. How? Like, how is that even possible? And I could not grasp an understanding. Is anybody else there? Hands? Anybody else there? Yeah, okay, it sounds magical. Great, I want that too. I also want to ride a unicorn and have, you know, rainbows fly out of my butt right? But that is not a reality. So let's talk about like how it can do all those things, because that is something that I don't know, I think is the most important. And then I'm going to tell you about like all the fun things. Like I'm going to take the roller. This is our calm roller, and I'll rub it on. This thing smells heavenly, like so good. Seriously. I use this on my little guy before bed. So I'll tell you all that practical stuff too. So just bear with me. Is anyone in here a science person? Like you like science? You really want to know how all the things work? There's one. There's one in every crowd. I knew it was going to be you too. No. There's one. Okay, so listen, if I don't give you enough details for my very detail-oriented people, message me, call me, hit me up. I will happily talk to you and give you any scientific research and all of that stuff too. And you are really going to want to look at this book. This book is called The Power of CBD and Essential Oils. Okay, it's by Dr. Oliver Wenker. I can type that into the comments as well. This book is fantastic as like a resource guide for all things essential oils. It is not a page turner for my people who are not that interested in all the details. I'm just going to let you know that. But it is extremely helpful if you want to know the how, you want to know the why, you want to be able to answer questions for other people when they ask you things, like for children, for dosage, for all of those types of things. This is the book, okay? And it's by Dr. Oliver Wenker. He is also the gentleman who, just a side note, who created our Life 9 probiotic for gut health. So he is fantastic. He's a wealth of knowledge. You can also look him up on Facebook and look him up on YouTube as well. Dr. Oliver Wenker, wealth of knowledge right there, okay? So let's just get started. I'm gonna start to share my screen right now so that I'm gonna go over a little bit of a presentation for my visual learners who are there. And feel free to just ask the questions in the chat as I go on too. Let me just find my presentation. And let's get this party started. Okay, so welcome. You know that I'm thankful that you're here. And let's talk a little bit about CBD. Okay, because this is like the #1 misconception, at least it's the one that I had. What is CBD? Is it marijuana? Am I gonna have if I have to get a drug test taken, is that going to make me fail a drug test if I use CBD oil? That's a big question that I had too. I was like, I don't even know about this. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a big taboo put around CBD. So what is CBD? So CBD, there's a difference between CBD and between marijuana. Marijuana is produced when the hemp plant is grown without the male variety nearby. The resin is produced, it's full of THC. THC is that active ingredient in marijuana that gives you the euphoric effects, AKA that makes you high, all right? CBD is a natural substance that's in the hemp plant. So marijuana and CBD, they both come from the hemp plant. CBD is completely set aside from marijuana. The hemp plant is up here. So they're both two parts of the hemp plant. But it's a natural substance from the hemp plant. It's produced when the hemp plant is grown with both the female and the male plants. The resin produced is full of CBD but has only teeny tiny small amounts of THC, okay? So that is just like an overall bird's eye view of what CBD is. The history of CBD, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of graze through this because I have a feeling that with you who are here, you already told me there's like one person who really cares about like the what, and a lot of you just wanna know the how. So CBD, basically, it used to be, it went through a time where it was legal. It was one of the largest crops that was grown here in the United States because it was grown for so many things. It was grown for, well, the hemp plant was. It was grown for clothing. It was grown to make ropes. It was grown for lots of different things that people used every single day. And in the 1920s, it was deemed illegal. Okay, and the reason being could be a whole bunch of different political reasons that we go through right now. But basically, some people were saying that they were, growing hemp, and in actuality, they were growing marijuana. Some people are for that. Some people are against that. I'm not here to get into that, but that's what was happening. But then something happened in 2018, in July of 2018. So by the FDA, they then started to declare that CBD was different than marijuana. So even though marijuana is illegal in most states as we speak right now, and there are exceptions to that if you hold a medical marijuana card and things like that, but I'm just talking about, again, an overall view. And in December of 2018, the Hemp Farming Act of 2018 was signed. So hemp with less than 0.3% THC was no longer considered a controlled substance. And it also was not illegal in the United States.
They made us a lunch. What are we going to eat? Omelet with asparagus, chives, and onions.
There we go. So that's kind of the history that's there. Okay, so this is a whole lot of big words here. So what I'm going to do is kind of break it down for you. And I'm going to talk to you for a minute about how I understand that CBD works within your body. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm just going to look at you and tell you, and then I'm going to bring back all the words, okay? All the things, all the science. So in your body, you have nerves. We all know that, right? You have a nervous system. Where is your nervous system? Where are nerves within your body? Anybody? You can unmute yourself. You can just type in the chat. Where are they? Where are your nerves, guys?
All over.
System? All over. Thank you, Sarah. All over your body. Okay. So you have a nervous system. You have a central nervous system, and then you also have what's called a peripheral nervous system. You have nerves all over your body. Then within your body, okay, on that nervous system, you have what's called an endocannabinoid system, also known as ECS. That's on your nervous system. We just said nerves are all over your body. So where is your endocannabinoid system?
All over, I assume?
All over, you're right. All over your body, because it's exactly where those nerves are, where that nervous system is. So when you take a look again, and we're thinking about how CBD, it has functions that's linked to your endocannabinoid system, which helps with things like appetite, digestion, immune function, all the things that we said in the beginning, your mood, your energy, your reproduction, your motor control, your memory, your pain, your pleasure. It's because you are already pre-wired with an endocannabinoid system, an ECS, throughout your entire body that is made to absorb CBD. Because guess what? Your body actually makes cannabinoids itself in this endocannabinoid system. So our CBD, any of it, is known as a phytocannabinoid. Phyto means plant. So this is a cannabinoid from a plant. Inside your body, your ECS, or your endocannabinoid system, makes cannabinoids itself, or at least it's supposed to. They're called endocannabinoids. Okay? So your ECS, your endocannabinoid system, is supposed to be creating endocannabinoids itself. They are supposed to be going through your nervous system, so throughout your entire body, to regulate things like appetite, digestion, immune function, reproductivity, your energy, okay? Your pain, your pleasure, your memory. But for a lot of us, this isn't happening correctly. So one of two things is going on. Throughout your nervous system, your endocannabinoid system, which kind of like traces over it, you have little receptor sites. They are supposed to be open and clean and being able to like soak up all the endocannabinoids that your body is making inside of it. The problem that we have, I have, you have, maybe, I don't know, some of you have, most of us have, is either one of two problems. One, your body is not making enough endocannabinoids inside. Or two, for some reason, your receptor sites are not working properly and they're not able to receive the endocannabinoids that your body's creating, which means you are off balance in some of these areas. Okay? I'm going to have you think about it this way. Your endocannabinoid system helps to regulate your fight or flight response. How many of you have heard of that before? Fight or flight, right? Nothing new, right? That is the system that is supposed to regulate it for you. Some of us are under a little bit of stress. Just a little. I mean, you know, not much, especially now, right? So some of us are under like a lot of stress, and it is throwing our body off. It is keeping us in this heightened state of fight or flight, right? We are on edge. We are stressed out. We are feeling like, oh my goodness, like I'm in my house right now. My son is upstairs, he's sleeping. My husband, I think he's upstairs. He's not sleeping, but whatever, it's quiet. Okay, my dog is sleeping, and I'm still a little bit on freaking edge. Just saying. I'm just being honest with you. Because I'm waiting for something else to drop right now. It's just what we're like, what's happening right now, right? We don't know. We don't know what's coming. It's that uncertainty. And that, from what I've talked with friends, and so many friends, and it's the same thing. It's the, okay, I can deal with today, but what's to come? But what's to come? It's that uncertainty, right? So this can help. Just kind of, you saw what I just did? Everybody, just do it with me. Come on, it feels good. Ready? Oh, heck. I'm going to do one more. Do one more. It helps you take that deep breath. It helps you to kind of regulate things so that you don't feel like you're just going to like explode with angst. Okay? And that can manifest in our bodies in a lot of different ways. It can affect our immune system, right? It can affect our immune system because when we are stressed out, our immune system is going to be working overtime. It is going to be working, and having a much more difficult time keeping up. It can affect our mental health. It can affect the way that we're feeling on a daily basis. It can affect our thoughts. It can affect our stress levels. It can affect our sleep. I keep a bottle of CBD oil by my bedside right now, and I take it every night before bed. It's like my nightcap. I'm just saying, okay? It has helped me sleep. And the way that it does is because it shuts off all of that, those fireworks. I don't know how else to describe it, but if you have anxiety, especially at bedtime, you may know what I'm talking about. It's that, oh, holy crap. Did I do this? Oh, I got to do this tomorrow. Oh, wait a second, I forgot this. Oh my gosh, what about this? Oh, should I pick up my phone? Oh, let's look at the news. Oh, let's do this, right? It's like that all over the place and unable to just rest. Like sometimes I just want to shake myself and just be like, calm the F down and rest. This helps me calm the F down and rest. Sorry if I offended anybody, but this is just who I am. Calm the F down and rest. Like, this is what it does for me personally. And the way that it works for the science, the way that it can work, it goes where it needs to go, which is similar to essential oils. It is adaptogenic, is the science word. Adaptogenic means that it is something that enters your body and it is able to adapt and go where your body is in need of it. Same way essential oils works. Just like for those of you who use oils who are out here listening to me this evening, if you pick up what do I got back here? All right, I picked up a peppermint oil. I'm going to use the peppermint oil. Okay. I don't have to worry that I'm feeling anxious. Oops, I grabbed peppermint. I meant to grab Valor. What's going to happen to me now? Nothing. Okay. It's just an oil that the peppermint's going to go where it needs to go. Maybe it's going to go to my stomach, because when I'm feeling anxious, when I'm off kilter, what happens to my digestion? Nothing fun. I'll just tell you that, like I may be running to the bathroom a lot because my brain is connected to my belly, because we have a vagus nerve that connects our brain to our stomach. All right. And I get a nervous stomach. I do. I don't know if any of you feel that way too, but our mental health is very linked to our gut health. CBD can help to regulate your digestion. It can also help to regulate your mental, your mental health in a way that it can help with stress levels. It can help with that anxiety. On here, it talks about fertility. It talks about reproduction. I was like, what? All right. Sorry, my mom's on here, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about some bedroom stuff. I'm not going to get crazy. All right. I'll keep it like PG rated. I can't even believe that. I can't even find a G rated movie anymore. I'm not even going to talk about that. But seriously, I cannot find a G rated movie for my 4-year-old. I don't even think they make them anymore. So I'm going to talk PG because that's all that's available. So I keep this by my bedside as well, because just to be honest, when I am feeling stressed, I don't really feel like getting down in the bedroom. I don't know what else to say, but I don't. Like, that's one of the last things I want to do. And maybe some of you are different and you feel differently, but for me as a woman, I'm very mentally focused when it comes to bedroom activity. So this has been very helpful because it helps me to relax and to be more present, especially in the bedroom, which if you are relaxed and you are more present, then chances are that things are going to operate more smoothly in that department too. Okay? Like, that's how it can help with that. But that's how it works. That's how it works. So I'm going to get back to the slides. And if you have any questions, keep on going. Oh my gosh, my mom asked if she should leave. No, I think that was PG enough. So it was all good, Mom. I'm going to get back to the slides. Please reach out with questions. I'm going to go through some of the slides, but I just wanted to compare that. Does anyone have a question about like how your endocannabinoid system works and how CBD works? You can kind of put that in there. I know that's a little bit broad. Now I'm going to get into more of like the fun stuff with CBD too. Where's my screen share? Here we go. Okay. Okay, so I talked about all that. So it helps to regulate your body. And the examples that they use are like, when you get too hot, you sweat. It helps to cool down your body. When you get too cold, you shiver. It helps to warm up your body. When you get hungry, your stomach growls. It's telling you to get something to eat. When you get tired, you yawn. CBD primarily interacts with your endocannabinoid system, which makes it a really amazing product. It brings your body back to rest. It brings your body back to homeostasis, which is rest, where everything is able to kind of heal. We talked about THC and CBD. I'm not going to get into all the molecules for you. I'm not even going to get into really the terpenes for you because you're not sciencey people. But this is important. Quality is important. Please do not go to the gas station and get your CBD oil. When I saw that it was like available at Turkey Hill, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I had somebody asking me if they should get CBD gummies from Turkey Hill. I'm like, no, it's not gonna help. And then you're gonna try it and you're gonna be like, it didn't work. Well, of course it didn't work. You got gummies from the gas station. Don't do that. That's not gonna help you. You have no idea what is in that stuff at all. If any CBD, and then all that other stuff that's in there, all those other chemicals and dyes and sugars. So quality is most important. Our CBD is fantastic. It came out last summer, and when it came out, I was at convention in Utah, and I literally ran, and I asked my husband to please stand at the CBD stand and to be in line waiting to get all the CBD. I wanted all of it. Had to bring it home for all of you. So he was standing in line, and he said the line was ridiculous. It was extremely long, and there were so many people, and it was hot, but there were people from Young Living going around with droppers, and they were telling you just to open your mouth. And they were literally going and dropping oil into anybody that was standing in line into their mouths. And people were putting it under their tongue and then swallowing it. And he said he didn't even care. Like, he was just like, it was the happiest line ever. Everyone was just having a great time. They didn't even mind being in line that long. So quality really matters. Ours is grown on a farm in Denver, Colorado. It has 2 organic certifications. One is the organic growing certification. The other one is the organic handler certification. So all organic farming practices, but also all organic extraction practices, which is the way that they get the CBD out of the hemp itself. There are different types of CBD. So here's full spectrum, CBD isolate, and smart spectrum. Full spectrum CBD is not what we have. We have smart spectrum at the end, but these are the different types of CBD. Full spectrum contains everything. So full spectrum is going to have CBD in it. It is going to have some THC in it as well as plant esters, flavonoids, terpenes, all together, and that produces what's called an entourage effect. Full spectrum CBD is effective. It's effective because it has all the parts from the hemp plant in it. So they didn't just take out the CBD and isolate it like the next one. However, if you are not into taking THC, you would not want to take a full spectrum CBD product because it has THC. You will fail a drug test. You may have euphoric effects. There's also then a CBD isolate. This is most common that if you see CBD sold in a store, it's almost always going to be an isolate. It's pure CBD. So it is literally, they had the hemp, okay? They just isolated and extracted CBD, and then they bottled it basically through a bottling process where they were able to extract it, put it into a liquid form, mix it with a couple other things too. It's good, but it's not great. The reason it's not great is because you lose some of the desirable effects when you only have CBD from the plant and you don't have anything else. So what Young Living did in all their CBDs, it is an isolate. So they took out the THC. There is no THC in here. They just were able to isolate that CBD. But then they put in essential oils. And the essential oils were not just put in for flavor or for smell or for anything like that. They were put in very well thought out, very methodically, because those oils were able to fill in the gaps of what THC those molecules have, like those, trying to think of a better word than molecule, but the active ingredients, you know, the positives that THC brings to the table, they were able to fill in those gaps with the plants that they chose. So for instance, in this one, this is cinnamon. They didn't choose cinnamon just because they wanted something that tasted like Big Red, okay? They chose cinnamon because when you look at cinnamon on a molecular chain, similar to like chemistry class, if you take a look at it that way, you're going to notice that it's very similar in its benefits to what CBD can bring to, or to what THC can bring to the table when it is put together with CBD. Because when you put those two together, you have what's called the entourage effect. And the entourage effect is similar to what you get if you are a runner and you get a runner's high. It's like that great feeling, very natural. Okay, that's what you're able to get. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. Okay, really good questions. All right, so there's some information on here. When they tested the gas station CBD, over 50% didn't even contain CBD. Totally get that too. Great question about, okay, what oil to use when? Does it matter? Let me go over the different types. Thank you. One huge benefit of the mix of the wild oil and the CBD makes it more bioavailable. Absolutely, and it's not full spectrum. The essential oil adds to the benefit as well as the chemical makeup of the molecule. Yes, such good science. Okay, and no, I didn't see the question on migraines. Let me see. Okay, perfect. Yep, I will talk about the uses for that as well. All right, and I'll talk about, here, let me put all these little things down here. Okay, so we have a question about kids, usage, migraines, and then when to use what. All right, I will take a look at, I will cover all of those. Let me just see what's next here. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get into how to use it. I'm gonna get into the different flavors. I'm gonna get into everything, okay? Let me see. All right, so I'm gonna go over tinctures first. These are called tinctures, also called oils. Some people just call it CBD oil. In like the holistic world, this is a tincture. It's a tincture because it has a little dropper with it too. So we have cinnamon, we have citrus, and we have cool mint. Honestly, they all taste amazing. That's one thing that our CBD has on any other CBD that's out there. They all taste fantastic. So really, truly, it's a personal preference. They tell you to shake the bottle first. They also come in 500 milligram or they come in 1,000 milligram. You can tell my mint one is almost empty. I've been loving this one lately. And it says if you're sensitive in nature, start with half the recommended amount and increase it as you read your body and notice how you are feeling. If you read what is on the bottle, it's going to tell you to use one full dropper to desired area. It's quite ambiguous. It's very open to interpretation. So what I recommend doing, if you are brand new to CBD and you do not have like a chronic pain issue that you are trying to maintain, I would say to start with the 500 milligram CBD. You should be fine. And start with half a dropper. This is going to be something that is going to work with everyone's body a little bit differently. So it's going to be important to just kind of be in tune with the way that you're feeling. I would do a half a dropper in the morning and a half a dropper before bedtime. Just because you take it in the morning time doesn't mean it's going to put you to sleep. Because remember what we said, it's adaptogenic. It's going to give you what you need. So if in the morning time you need like a little pep in your step and you need some help with focus and memory, it's going to help your body out with that. It's going to adapt to your body and kind of give your body what it needs. At bedtime, it's not going to give you energy and make you energized. It's going to help you with calming and relaxation. Sorry, I don't know. Okay. So it's going to do what needs to be done. I just told you about all the quality. It's also vegan approved. It's gluten-free, at 0% THC. Okay, 0% THC. It's rigorously tested, approved by Young Living's same seed to seal standards as our essential oils, so that it goes through 8 to 9 rounds of testing, not just in-house. They do third-party lab testing as well. And each bottle has a little QR code that's on it, right there. You scan it and it will come up with an actual report of quality for this specific bottle as well. It'll tell you how much THC, it'll tell you all the information about the oils that are in it, it'll tell you the constituents, it'll tell you all that information that's right in there. I'll come back to this. Okay. Let me just check questions real quick again. Maybe I can't find them. Okay, here we go. Okay. So with the tinctures, that's what I would recommend, starting with a 500 milligram over 1,000. That's what I started with. I loved it. I just started recently taking the 1,000, but I don't even take a full dropper of it. I take about like a quarter dropper of it. So that's another option too. You could always get a stronger dose and take a smaller amount of it as well. I'm going to come back to more about those, but it doesn't really matter which one you take. Of course, the Cool Mint is going to have other health benefits to it. I'll talk about that a little bit in just a moment. Let me run through the Calm Roller and the Muscle Rub, and then I'm going to get in depth with each of those specific tinctures. So the Calm Roller, the one that I have here is the 300 milligram roller. There's also a 600 milligram roller as well. The 300 milligram is fantastic. You can use it throughout the day. I use this for my 4-year-old. The way that I use this for my 4-year-old is at bedtime. I roll it on the bottom of his feet. I put it onto the back of his ears, and he does the aromatic breath with it. If you don't know that, it is just where you rub it in your hand. You take 3 deep breaths. Put it on your neck, put it behind your ears. Those are great places for stress relief, great place for sleep, great place for emotions. It smells heavenly. The oils that are in here are, I know there's vetiver in here, there's lavender, there's ylang ylang, there's orange, and obviously the CBD oil too. Smells like a perfume. It is super gentle, very peaceful. This is a CBD that many people feel comfortable using because they're already used to rolling something on their body. Okay, it is only a 300 milligram strength, unless you get the 600 milligram strength, as opposed to a 500 milligram bottle. So it's not going to be as strong as a tincture will be, but it can still help with occasional stress and help with sleep. Also just help with stress during the day as well. Next is the Joint and Muscle Balm. I also keep this by my bedside because it feels so good. I know my chiropractor uses this on his patients. He loves it. They love it. Again, it comes in a 300 and a 600 milligram strength. It's fantastic to use on hands. It's amazing when you put it on, you can feel it working within like a moment. The tingly sensation that you get, it's great for your back. It's great for head tension. Okay, so this would be a great one to rub on your temples, to rub across your forehead, to put on your brain stem. Amazing for headache relief, and just absolutely fantastic for muscles and joint aches and pains too. I love this one. If anybody has a testimony to share, please feel free to share a testimony in the chat thread as well, because this is just such a great product. And you can see it has camphor in it, clove, helichrysum, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, and wintergreen essential oils that are in it as well. Okay, so the Cool Mint, all the tinctures come in 500 and 1,000. This has peppermint and spearmint in it. It's an uplifting blend that will support you through the day. I love the descriptions. So this is also going to really be a great one for digestive support. If that is your number one targeted area, I would recommend Cool Mint CBD. Even though all the CBDs are going to help you no matter where you are at, they're going to help you in all of those ways. The mint that's in here is going to be extra beneficial for your digestion. In addition, you can take this and you can put it on topically too. Like you can take it, and the dropper has a little numbers on there that you can measure it out. And you can literally like take it and then put it onto muscles, right? Put it onto joints. You can put it on topically as well. That's fine to do. The way that I prefer to use it is sublingually. I put it underneath my tongue. So I will take a half a dropper. I'll put it under my tongue. I will let it sit there for 25 to 30 seconds. And then I will swallow whatever is remaining. And that is sublingual application, which in the medical world is actually considered a topical application. So that is a great way to use it as well. So as far as the rub is amazing, great for joints, great for hands. Yes, you need to get that back. And yes, you can totally use it. Use the rub for headaches. You can use mint for that too. Nicole loves it for joint pain and shoulder blade pain. It's absolutely fantastic. So that is the Cool Mint. Next is going to be the citrus. So for the longest time, the citrus one was my absolute favorite. I'm favoring mint right now, and I don't know why. It's just what I'm doing. The citrus tastes amazing. They, again, say it's an energizing combination. They just say that because they can't say other things. So it doesn't mean that you're going to take this and you're going to be like, you know, feeling like you just drank a nitro or a zing or something like that. And you're going to be like running around the room. This has grapefruit, orange oils in it. It also has a tiny bit of stevia. I have a lot of people ask me like, oh, well, what if I can't have grapefruit? Well, then I probably wouldn't pick this one, right? You can talk to your doctor about it, but that would be what I would recommend. And as with anything, you can talk to your doctor before trying CBD. Some of them are going to be more open to it. Some of them are not, just like, you know, everybody's different. But the citrus is fantastic for mood. Citruses in general are uplifters. Okay, they're great for serotonin production in your brain. And this is going to be a great one to help with mood, to help with emotions, to help with anxiety. I love the way it tastes. I love the way that it smells. If you may not want to put this on topically in areas that would be exposed to the sun just due to the photosensitivity, that is because of the citrus oils. But it's a fantastic blend. Again, comes in the 500, comes in the 1000. So as far as sleep is concerned, you can use any of these before bed. I've used all of them before bed. And the CBD acts similarly, but if you're looking for like a secondary benefit or a focus benefit, or if you just really like the way that one of them tastes, then I say go for that. The cinnamon one is here as well. This is probably the one that I use the least, but when I was having in-person classes, it was always the one that people liked the most. A benefit to this is going to be added immune benefits. In addition, you will also, it helps with stabilizing blood sugars. I think I'm allowed to say, I don't know, I'm just saying lots of things, but it does. That's the cinnamon oil. That's one of the benefits to the cinnamon oil. So again, this comes in 500 or this comes in 1000. It is really your choice with any of these. And if you are, if you are a member of our team and if you have more questions, especially about beginning dosage, things like that, reach out to me and I can help you just based on what I have used as well. I can also share, a couple testimonies with you about it too. Yes, the Calm Roller smells amazing. So, so good. Thank you, Denise, for sharing that too. I appreciate you sharing your testimony. I know that your husband uses the CBD, right? I think so. Andy uses it, right, Denise? Does he use the cinnamon one? I think so. All right, so let me see. Okay, kid usage and migraines and when to use what. So as far as kids, what I do, I'll let you know what I do with my son. I use this with him like all the time, and I have no qualms about that at all. When I use tincture with him, because I have used the tincture with him, I would just literally use a few drops, like drop under his tongue. I use it, because I use this on a daily basis. So I use this if like we're having a very trying day. I was trying to think of the best way to say that, but we're having a very trying day. He is melting down a lot, and some things, neurologically just aren't kind of coming into play. I will give him a few drops under his tongue. I feel completely comfortable with that. Why? Because his body produces endocannabinoids inside of it. So I'm just supplementing with a phytocannabinoid, and I'm fine with that. It's going to be something, that people always ask me about. Well, what if I'm breastfeeding? What if I'm pregnant? Well, if you're breastfeeding or pregnant, I never tell a pregnant or breastfeeding mom what they can or cannot do, because I feel like those are very personal things. Like some people choose to eat lunch meat. Some people don't. Some people eat sushi. Some people won't. You know what I mean? So I just say to kind of do your research. I do have some articles that just explain exactly what I did, that your body, is producing this naturally, and this is just a way to supplement it. It's like a natural supplement for that system, and that it can be beneficial too. But those are all things that I recommend that you do your own research with as well, that you be an advocate for your own health. As far as migraines and headaches, the joint and muscle balm is like amazing. And I would go with like the Cool Mint. They're all really good. They're all going to help with that. But this stuff is like that cooling, incredible feeling, like right when you put it on. And this is going to kind of get down a little bit deeper into your system. It's going to go all through your system, where this is more localized. Okay. This is a more localized pain. And the tinctures are going to help just kind of regulate your whole body. I hope that helps. So it doesn't really matter which type of tincture, but this balm is amazingly helpful for localized pain and inflammation as well. And I'm just taking a look. Have a question about animals. Okay, and with animals, we had an animal line as well, but it is, right now it's being reformulated. There were just some things that happened with the legality of CBD and animals, and something with veterinary practices. So we don't have that right now. And with this does have, the oils that are in it. And even though oils are safe to use like diffusing around your animals, and in addition, many are safe to actually use topically as well, I wouldn't recommend any of these to be used orally by your pets, just because of the specific essential oils that are in them. So unfortunately, we don't have one that's good for pets at this time, but ideally we will in the near future. So those are the questions. If you have any more, please ask. And I'm just going to show you the little starter kit real quick, and then we're going to have a little giveaway at the end.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
For the pet one, do you still use it if you have the one that they took off the market?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
I have that. That's like one of the only ones I have.
Yes.
Of course, I put my dog before myself.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
No,
I'm like, oh, they just took it off and I had just gotten it.
they did not take it off because there was anything wrong with it. The reason was just like I said, like the legal avenue, the legal terrain of CBD and pets changed. And like I said, I believe that because they were looking into it being prescription wise for animals. I don't really understand it fully, but it is a completely safe product. I have it and I use it with my pup and it works amazingly well.
Yeah.
And you can use it too because it doesn't have any oils in it unless your
Hmm.
dog was like licking it or whatever. But
Yeah.
you know,
I have a question.
sure.
I had major back surgery. I had titanium rods and everything put in my back. And would it hurt if I use the joint muscle bound on my back close to my incision, or should I wait?
That's something that maybe you could use it on a different location just to feel the sensation to see if it's something that you're comfortable with.
Okay.
I know from my chiropractor who I work very closely with uses this on his patients who have had surgeries, uses this on his patients who have, have a lot of chronic pain issues, and they've seen some really great results with it. It's like the most popular product that he has at his chiropractic.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll jump in and share about like the pain cream too.
Go
So
for it.
I know everybody has different likes with these products, but my stepfather uses the pain cream because he has a really bad back and has had surgery. So that's another one to keep in mind. He said that he's tried several other kind of creams and stuff, and he thinks that this one works the best. So maybe that one too.
Yeah, and I'll share just a testimony real quick, and that I value your time very, very much. But I was teaching a class with a bunch of women. One of the women I don't think was there because she wanted to be there. She, I think, was there because she was there with her daughter, and her daughter wanted her to be there. And I was speaking with her, and she had told me that she suffered with fibromyalgia, and that she had had it for over 30 years, and that she had used so many different things, and that she was never able to get any relief from it. I was totally sympathetic of her situation. I told her, hey, no problem. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, I'll just kind of be over here talking with everybody else. We went to pass this around, and I let them all try it. So they kind of took out their little swiper. They put it onto different areas. She took it. She put it on her back, which she said was like her primary location that she could feel her pain localized. Didn't say anything. And then at the very end of the class, right before I was getting ready to leave, I just said to her, hey, how did you enjoy everything? And she said, I want that lotion. And I said, well, what do you mean? I don't think I gave you lotion. And she said, no, I want the lotion that you gave me. And I'm like, what the heck? So I looked around, I'm like, oh, do you mean this? Like you want this? She goes, yes. I was like, did it work? And she just looked at me and she just smiled and then just kind of like walked away. I'm like, all right, I guess it worked. Like that was amazing. That was like one of the best moments for me. Another moment is going to be my husband. I tell this story a lot, but it's like crazy. So my husband, he's the type of sleeper that like when our heads hit the pillow at night, my brain is like going and he just is like out. And I'm like, like nicely just trying to, what the heck? Like, how can his head just hit the freaking pillow and he just falls asleep? And then I'm here thinking about, dinner for tomorrow and school for tomorrow and work for tomorrow and everything else. What is going on? So, but what happens to him is that he'll wake up at like 1, 2 a.m. and he will not be able to get back to sleep. So he gets up and I'll find him like random places around the house, literally like laying on the sofa, sleeping in the basement, working in the office. I'm like, what is going on? So we got home from convention. We got all the CBD. I think we got it actually 2 times all the CBD, because after he was waiting in line that long, when he got up there, he was like, this stuff's amazing. I need all of it. He was using the citrus, and the way that he prefers to use it, he'll take a dropper and he'll pop it into his water, and he'll drink a glass of water before bed at night. So the first time that he did this, after we got home, he did that before bed. He was sleeping. The day started the next day. I'm running around downstairs with Cooper and with our puppy, and I'm taking the dog out, and my son is literally like running. In the morning time, my dog does zoomies and my 4-year-old does zoomies, and I'm just trying to like do life. And I'm like, how the heck is he still sleeping? Like, there's no way he's still sleeping. So I looked in the basement for my husband. He wasn't there. I looked up in my son's bed, because sometimes he'll be in there too. He wasn't in there. He was still in bed where we left him. I opened the door. I'm like, babe. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, it is like 9:30. What? Are you okay? And he goes, I had the best night of sleep ever of my entire life. And I said, that's amazing. Like, what did you do? And he told me. And then the next night, I'm like, okay, so you're going to take the CBD again? He's like, I don't know. Do you think I should? I'm like, yes, that's what sleep feels like. Like, it's fine. Like, just take it. So he uses it too now, and it's amazing, just the quality of sleep that we get. It's been absolutely incredible. So it's been, yeah, just a game changer for us. And I just want to show you, so this CBD kit, new members can get this right now. Only just for temporary, because we're having such shortage supply issues at the moment. So it has the CBD, it has the CBD muscle rub in it. This is just the standard. They also have a extra strength kit that has like the 1000 strength. This one is just the standard. It comes with the 500 milligram strength. It also comes with the tincture, which is citrus. It comes with a calming roller, that's 300 milligram strength. And it comes with the muscle rub, that's 300 milligram strength. The products are available separately. Right now, just the tinctures are available for purchase. Everything else is out of stock because people are stressed, guys. Like, people are stressed. So what I would recommend, if you wanted to get CBD, this is absolutely, if you're a member, this is the best way to get it in this little kit. So if you have a spouse or a significant other, or, you know, a mama, a sister, a somebody who you can sign them up with your referral link and get this kit, then you would get $50, and then you would also get the entire kit for $165. It's literally the best way to do it. And that's what's available right now. If you are on and you're not a member, I do have one of these in stock. So let me know, and I can literally get this to you, you know, for Mother's Day. I can FedEx it to you. I can get it to you super duper quick too. Okay. So that's an option as well. It's the best value, because I think that it retails for something like $370, something like that. So I do have one of these kits on hand, but Young Living does have them in stock right now. I checked right before we got on the call, but it's only for new members.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I just signed up in April, so am I eligible or no, since I'm new, or am I not new?
No. So the way that it is, it's just literally for like brand spanking new members right now. And the reason being is because they're having supply shortages, which is a good thing and a, you know, sticky thing too. But everybody's thinking about health and wellness right now. So Young Living has seen an uptick in demand of their products that it's been unprecedented when it comes to their Thieves products, their supplements, their oils, their CBD, all of it. So Teresa, unfortunately, no, but you could, like I said, if you have a significant other or someone else in your family who you could sign up, then you could get that kit at that price and then also get a $50 check next month. That's the best solution that I have for you right now. But that's only temporary. As soon as supply demands go back to regular, then we'll be able to get these as members too. Okay? But I don't know when that's going to be. I literally just made the phone call because they just switched that like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And if I find out, trust me, I will be yelling it from the rooftops.
Okay. Thanks.
No problem.
Sarah, I have a question as well. I have a lot of allergies and like I'm allergic to peppermint.
Yeah.
All it does is make me sneeze. So I can live with that one. But like, for example, you said the cinnamon
Yep.
tincture one tastes like Big Red. I literally can't chew Big Red or Dentine because it burns my tongue.
Mhm.
So I don't necessarily like, so do I, if I order these oils and it does that, am I stuck with this? Can I return it, or should I just stick with citrus?
Yeah, no, well, first I would say if, in an ideal world, I would let you try them, but that's not happening right now. So I would say the citrus is going to be a go-to then, right? Because you know that that's in the safe zone. So maybe for now, that's what you try. And as far as anything else, you're never just stuck with something. If you get a product that you do not like, you have to call into customer service within a specific amount of time. I think it's like a 1 week time or something like that. And they will credit your account for that product. So I don't know if you guys need that or not.
And Sue, if I could just say something, the cinnamon is super mild. I don't even like cinnamon, and I use it, and it's not burning at all. Like you can barely taste it. You can taste it's cinnamon, but that's it.
If I would like, because I have those flavors in the Vitality oils, if I would put a little bit in a, like even put a shot glass full of water and just put a little bit on a toothpick or something, or like, would that give me an idea of what it might taste like?
No, it's super, super, super diluted. Yeah. And that's what Natasha just said too. Like it's not super strong. So maybe I shouldn't have said Big Red, because I know what you're saying. It's not like a Red Hot or anything like that, but it is still cinnamon-y, cinnamon-esque.
I mean, because like I love cinnamon rolls,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I just can't chew the actual gum. It just burns. But okay.
All right.
Thanks. That helps a little bit.
Absolutely.
Oh, one other question. The PowerPoint that can you share that?
I can.
Later?
Yeah.
Email?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do actually, I am going to, and I'm just also going to say, all these products are also available on your Essential Rewards order if you are an Essential Rewards member. But like I said, only the tinctures are in stock right now if you want to get them separately. But they are all in stock, all the tinctures, 500 and 1,000 milligram as well. The flavor tincture that I use with my son is citrus. He loves everything citrus. He's like a orangeaholic. So that's what I use with him, and I love it. And also because I'm always pretty much targeting mood for him as well. And they are available on your Essential Rewards order. If you are an Essential Rewards member, that's the best way to get it. Besides, like I said, if you wanted to do a kit, that would be the easiest way to kind of do that as well. But with your Essential Rewards order, then you're going to get the cash back, you're going to get discounted shipping, and then you're also going to get free products depending on the amount that you spend as well. And what I'm going to do, any other questions? I'm also going to give you a little tiny survey, which is going to take you 2 minutes. It's going to collect your email address. And that email, what I'm going to do with that is just send you the pamphlet. I can also attach the PowerPoint for you as well, so that you have access to both of them. And next week, I will just let you know on the 11th, my goodness, on May 11th, I am going to be doing another class like this, and Denise and I are going to be teaching it simultaneously because we're going to be doing it on the 5-day cleanse. We are doing a 5-day cleanse from the 18th to the 22nd of May. Everyone is invited, like every single person in the world. So I would love if you guys would want to do that with us, or if you want more information about that, you can respond to the email and I can give you that information too. We have an event set up in Facebook already so that you can take a look at that. All the details are in there, but it is a 5-day cleanse. I figured that the reason that I like to do it is just to release some brain fog for myself, help with energy levels. Yeah, Denise, do you want to say anything about that?
Yes, this is about the 6th time I'm doing it. And the first couple times were hard because it's also mentally, something you have to mentally wrap your mind around. But it is super helpful in helping you stay or start really thinking about eating better. After the 4th time, I was no longer drinking coffee or didn't have a desire for coffee. So, and that's huge because coffee was doing some bad things to my body. So I don't have the desire really. Once in a while I'll indulge because my husband likes it, but so it's very, very helpful in getting you to your body to like cleanse, and then you can start by eating better and those cravings will go away. The Ningxia really helps you with that too, and the Balance Complete.
So that is going to be what is happening. And then in addition, we also, I'm doing a class every Monday, Zoom like this. So you're all more than welcome. You can check out my page, Mindful Oil Moments. You can check it out on Facebook and on Instagram as well. It's Mindful Oil Moments. I would love for you to check it out. And other than that, if you have any questions that are not for the good of the group, you can feel free to message me afterwards and I'll get back to you. If not tonight, then I'll get back to you tomorrow. And I would be happy to just kind of help to support you in any way. So I hope that you found value in this. I respect your time. I'm already 9 minutes over and I'm so sorry for that. And I will send you all the details. So I put the Google Doc in the chat thread. You're gonna have to copy it and paste it. I'm also gonna go into the Facebook event and I'm gonna pop it on there. So that might be a little bit easier for you to fill it out that way. Fill it out and then I will send out the emails tomorrow for you. Did anyone have any other questions? Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thanks.
Take care.